So I had a Ferrari F430 for 2 years and it only cost me $5,412. How? Well, I did not have to listen to some investment guru speak, nor did I have to follow an Instagrammer who happens to pose with other people's cars. In fact, here's how. So this is effectively a Ferrari F430's buyer guide, covering some of the analysis that I went through. Hopefully it could give you guys a bit more insight when you want to go get one. So, before I begin, let me give you some context as to what I was looking for. So essentially, I wanted a car I could go from point A back to point A all over again. I was looking for maximum experience, not necessarily maximum performance or maximum utility. I take the bus to work anyways. So let's begin. Number 1 is maintenance. I can't stress this enough, but maintenance history on the car is critical. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to get every single service record, but you should get the last few years of service history and start to go through it line by line just to understand what was done to the car. When I went through the history of my car, I could tell that it was well taken care of and well serviced. Look, maintaining the car isn't expensive, it's the repairs which become costly. The car has depreciated significantly from the original price. Parts themselves do not experience the same rate of depreciation. That being said, there's 2 critical weaknesses with the Ferrari F430. 1, the clutch, and 2, the F1 pump. So this will eventually come into the repair cycle of the car, and it's something you need to plan for because they aren't cheap. A new clutch will cost you about $3,000 and a new F1 pump will cost about $2,000, obviously depending where you go. A Ferrari dealership will probably ask for your firstborn. It's also a good idea to have the car inspected prior to purchase, which is called a pre-purchase inspection. It's only about a $200 cost and they go through a very thorough inside and out check. Before buying my car, I was told that I needed new tires, new clutch, new spark plugs, new air filters, and obviously the fluids had to be changed. So this essentially cost about $10,000 to $15,000, which I did not have to pay for, and the dealer who I bought it from was more than accommodating to take care of all of this before purchase. Number 2 is options. So unlike modern cars which have 20 pages worth of options, the Ferrari F430 is fairly basic and there's really no options that I consider to be a must-have. When I got my car, it did not have the Scuderia shields, but there's a lot of these parts now which you can get aftermarket. So for example, if you wanted those Scuderia shields, you can buy it aftermarket. If you wanted a bit more carbon fiber inside the car, you can buy that as well. So that's not really a big deal and that should not deter you from buying the car. Being said, there are 2 options that are widely debated. 1, the carbon ceramic brakes, and the second is the transmission. So let's start with the carbon ceramic brakes. My car did not have it. The 2008 and newer models had carbon ceramic as standard. Prior to that, it was actually a $20,000 option. Given that I had no use for the car on the track, I didn't really think that was a big deal for me. Again, it comes down to what your requirements are. Now this leaves us with the transmission. So what's interesting is Ferrari actually only sold 15% of the Ferrari F430 as a 3-pedal manual. People actually paid a premium for the F1 transmission option. That being said, the market is now reversed and people are paying a pretty high premium just to get it as a 3-pedal manual. And I fully understand and appreciate why. A 6-speed gated shift manual Ferrari is timeless and it's classic. But when I was actually looking for one, the premium was worth about $20,000. And I honestly just didn't feel like it was worth it. And finally, number 3, depreciation and resale value. So the only advice I can really give you here is do your homework and do your due diligence. You really have to be able to price out where the Ferrari you're looking at resides on the price curve. There's no real right number and you can't just rely on what someone's asking for it. There's so many Ferraris out there which people are asking a really high premium. I don't know, maybe because it has low kilometers or the owner sang to it every night. If you're buying the car to actually make money out of it, I don't think it's a good idea. You should really get a car that you can enjoy and experience and not worry so much about resale value. So let's put everything together and back into perspective. 2 years ago, I bought the car for $110. A year after that, I had to go in for an oil change which cost me $412. And then finally 1 more year after that, I sold the car for $105. So effectively the car cost me $5,412. This obviously does not include insurance, gas, or any sort of financing charge that may be associated with the car. It's something you really have to tack on yourself. And in my situation, I also did have a $40,000 claim, which obviously wasn't good for resale value. That being said, that's the only price I really had to pay for 2 years of ownership, and it's something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. All the good and the bad experiences is something I'm just not going to forget. And the point I'm trying to make from this video is that these cars now are fairly obtainable. You get an incredible experience. Look, if you're looking for a car which is just going to give you maximum performance, or which is just a status symbol, the Ferrari F430 is not for you. But what I was looking for in a car, it met all the right criteria. I understand it's just a Ferrari F430, I know, I bought it. But then again, that car was something which was really special to me, and I enjoyed driving it, and I enjoyed that experience. And if that's something you guys are looking for as well, I just wanted to share what my experience was like, so in order to help you guys when you actually want to go get it. So I hope this video was a bit informative. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and don't forget to leave a like. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.